Hello everyone, welcome to Rugeley Town Station. Now, above me is a destination board, and on it says the 2304 to Rugeley Trent Valley. Now, there is something significant about this working because it's the 18th of May and that is the last ever revenued working diesel multiple unit on the Chase line, which starts at Birmingham at 2219. Now when it gets to Rugeley Trent Valley, that's it. There'll be no more diesel multiple units on this line. Except for there will be an empty stock work at about 20 past 11, but we're not going to get that through here. So the 2304 is the last revenue working diesel multiple unit on the Chase line. It is 4 coaches, so it will 2 class 170 DMUs. Now what you saw before was 17506 departing Rugeley Town Station. Now what that was doing was the 2245 to Birmingham New Street, started at Rugeley Trent Valley, which will be the last, that was actually the last ever diesel multiple unit going to Birmingham off here. Because once Sunday comes, which will be featured in a bit in this video, is that electric multiple units will be started this line. So we get a service from Coventry on a Sunday to Rugeley Trent Valley. That's not the case for this Sunday, because this Sunday we will see engineer work at Rugeley Town Station. They'll be renewing the ballast and the sleepers through here. So trains are starting from Hednesford. So as soon as we get the 2304 leaving, I'll be leaving Rugeley Town Station, and then the next part of the video will be the first ever EMU in revenue working service to arrive at Hednesford to terminate. As for services on Rugeley Trent Valley, Rugeley Town, that won't be till Monday when we get our first services. Hang on, that's not a DMU. We're just now on Wharf Road. Rugeley Town Station is just above me there. Engineers have stepped in to start their work for Sunday. Hopefully get the ballasting done. Now that did surprise me, that was the first ever EMU in revenue service that arrived. And I thought that was going to be the last diesel multiple unit. That's why I jumped down to get the 2245 to Birmingham, because I had a feeling something was wrong. Because I did tweet London Midland asking what unit was on the 2302, the 2219 off Birmingham, and they said they couldn't answer that. So I knew something was wrong. So that's why I went to Rugeley Town earlier to get the 2245, and the 2203 turned out to be the first EMU service on the Chase line in revenue. Yes, there has been 2 EMUs that have been on test, the 323 and the 350. And yes, there has been a press run from Walsall direct to Rugeley, but that was the first ever EMU in revenue service on the Chase line. So I'm going to go home now, and then tomorrow I'm going to Hednesford.
Let us know if we've got space to pull back.
It's now Sunday the 19th of May 2019. We're at Rugeley Town station, and apparently we've been turned into a branch line at the moment because they've ripped up one half of the track so they can renew the ballast and the sleepers as well. There are three Class 66s down here. I don't know the number of that one down there. There's one up there and there's 66, 511 down the bottom. But they are like renewing the ballast here, so this is where the engineering work's happening. So unfortunately the first day of electric services properly on this line are now starting for Hednesford, which will be down there in a minute. We'll get a few more shots of the workmen actually working, renewing the ballast down here. Then we're going to go over to Wharf Road bus stop on the main road to catch the bus to Hednesford. I'm now at Hednesford railway station, which is about 5 minutes down the line from Rugeley Town station. Now in 1989, this is where the services for diesel multiple units started from before they opened Rugeley Town station in 1997. Now Hednesford station was opened in 1859, but it closed to passengers on the 18th of January 1965. But it closed to freight on the 6th of September 1965, but the line was still kept open between Walsall and Rugeley for coal traffic because of Rugeley Power Station. And in April 1989, services were restored here from Walsall, which at the time you would have seen Class 108 DMUs, Class 114 DMUs, Class 117 DMUs and Class 119 DMUs of the first generation. And then you would have also saw 150s on here as well, Class 150 DMUs. We've got an hour to kill before the second train to arrive into Hednesford to terminate, because what they did last night was they actually ran a train at 9:30 from Liverpool Live Street to Hednesford by Birmingham. Got to here about 39 in the morning when it was supposed to be at 004, but it was delayed due to a trespassing incident. So even though I got the first EMU at Rugeley Trent Valley, at Rugeley Town, there was a second EMU in operation that evening which terminated here. So yes, I won't be getting the first train to terminate here, but I will be getting the first train to depart from here towards Birmingham and on to Coventry. So we're just killing some time in Hednesford before it arrives. Also, I forgot to mention about Hednesford was when it was opened in 1989, this platform that I'm standing on is the 1989 platform. The platform on the other side here wasn't built at the time, it was only one platform here. But when they extended services to Rugeley, the second platform was built on that side.
Just ignore the stop signal. Sorry. Just ignore the stop signal. Stop.
It just feels weird seeing a class 350 zero at Hednesford, believe it or not. So you've got Hednesford on the board here. Can I get it in? There you are, Hednesford. Anyway, we are going to be taking a ride on 350 123 down to Walsall, which will be our first ever ride on electric multiple units on the chase line. It just feels so wrong, but it's a new adventure, because diesel multiple units operated this line for 30 years, and seeing an electric train at Hednesford is absolutely different indeed. But anyway, I'm going to sit on this train for about a good 25 minutes before we leave to go down to Walsall, calling at Carrick, Landing Woods, Bloxwich North, Bloxwich, Walsall, and then this stops at Cambridge Parkway and goes to Birmingham New Street, and then on to Coventry.
I use real drive train, so it's the only thing that needs more accurate. Get some data before the external. That's the internal rounding. So I go to Coventry, so all the way to Coventry. This will go to the rest of the drive, which is great. You know the termination notice where take away belong is that one? Then settle with.
Also running start next Monday.
Signal lost, wait until signal. No.
Because there's two.
I've got one report.
You've got to do it.
There's another two.
Yeah.
So there's more than just that one.
So between the use and the
No worries. Have a good day.
I've now made it to Walsall Station. Now we're here for just under an hour. Hopefully we should get an engineer's train coming through here as well. And then it's going to be back on another 350 back to Hednesford to get the bus back to Rugeley Town. We might have a look at Rugeley Town again to see what the progress of the track ballasting renewal is as well. But yeah, it was a very interesting ride down to Walsall. It was nice and smooth, nice and quiet. It was absolutely different because I'm used to the 350s on different routes, but not on Hednesford to Walsall, which is very interesting indeed. But yeah, it was a nice, quiet ride. It was an absolutely brilliant ride, to be honest. It did feel weird, like I said, but obviously that was different. So we'll see what comes through and then head back to Hednesford. I'm still at Walsall. I think the engineer's train's not going to come through because I think it's running later now. So we're going to be waiting for the next train to Hednesford, which is at 6 minutes past the hour. These would usually go on to Rugeley Town, but as you see in the blog, there's some engineer work at Rugeley Town with the ballasting work being renewed. So I don't think we're not going to get the engineer's train here. If it runs as I'm going back towards Hednesford, I might get off at a station and get it through there. But okay, yes, I've got an hour to wait, but I've got magazines, I've got stuff to amuse myself for an hour, so it's not too bad. And then once we're back at Hednesford, we're going to get the bus back to Rugeley Town. So there's no trains running today.
I do. Stay here.
We are now approaching Lock Switch. Welcome aboard this West Midlands Railway service to Hednesford. The next stop will be Lock Switch North.
Which stops here.
But when you do like brake covers and stuff like that, you know, there are a lot of things on the bike which they can use.
I'm now going up Wharf Road at Rugeley. Just come off the bus from Hednesford. And we're just going up to Rugeley Town Station to have a quick look at the update of the ballasting work there. And then I think I'm going to call it quits, because part 3 would actually be seeing the 612 off here tomorrow at Rugeley Town Station. But since they ran the electric multiple unit last night on the 2304 to Rugeley Trent Valley, there's no need to come down Monday to see the first train off Rugeley Town, because I've seen the first Revenue electric working yesterday, even though it'd be the first Birmingham bound service at Rugeley Town, but I'm not going to bother, to be honest. So just going to have a look up this road at Rugeley Town Station. It's a few minutes from the main road, walking wise, and see what they've done. Back at Rugeley Town Station, and as you can see, they've actually put the sleepers in now. The ballast is all laid down, and they're starting to put the sleepers on top of the ballast. A bit later on this evening, there should be a track machine or tamper that should be coming in to sort the ballast and the sleepers out. But they've still got to put the rails on yet, which I have reports saying that from somebody who was at Stafford, and he said half the ballast and the sleepers and the rails from Rugeley Town Station was at Stafford on wagons. So they have sorted out. I wish these dandelions would go away, because they're just all over the place. Anyway, so I'm going to have a look a bit further down to see if we can try and see some more shots down there, because there's 2 60/60s down there, and then I'm going to call it quits. Now what I have noticed is there's yellow markers down there. Now that's where they got to level the sleepers in, beyond that marker. I'm now on the footbridge near Golden's Close in Rugeley. Now, I had a look on the Hednesford road and you could see the 66 with the auto balusters and some wagons on the other side. Now here at Golden Close, which is just behind me here, the road, you can see the 66 on this side with the auto balusters, but unfortunately they've blocked that side off so you can't see what's on that side, but there is a 66 on that side. So we're just going to peek over the fence quick to have a look down here, and then I think it's called it quits because there's nothing really we could do after this. So there's just a gap here and you can just about see it here. Trying to do there's the auto balusters, the yellow things, and there's that 66 there, and that is the Hednesford Road right down there. I'm just about to leave Rugeley Town Station now, after we see a bit of today's ballasting work and sleeper renewal at Rugeley Town Station, which will look wonderful when it's finished. We'll also be down to Hednesford on a bus to take a ride on an electric multiple unit class 350-0 from Hednesford to Walsall, hang around Walsall for a bit and then Walsall back to Hednesford to get a bus back here. We've also had a quick look to see how the ballast has been improving, the ballast work, which does look it's coming on nicely. This morning there was no sleepers down, but this afternoon there's sleepers down. And that's it really, so that's today's blog. So you can, my social media accounts now, Simon Trains on Flickr, yes, Simon Trains on Twitter, Simon Trains on Instagram, Simon Trains Rail Journeys on Facebook. Thanks for watching this special blog about the weekend of the chase line from our last DMU service, which was at 22:45. Then our first electric service, which arrived at 23:04, and that's it. I won't bother with Monday, like I said, because I have seen the first revenued working electric multiple unit at Rugeley Town yesterday. So I'm going to go home now, edit this video and get it uploaded for this evening. Now there is a 66 being moved down there, and there is also two 66s down there. One of them is 66-511. I don't know what these white things are, but they're going all over the camera and making my nose a bit itchy. We also took a ride on a 350 EMU, our very first EMU ride from Hednesford to Walsall, then Walsall to Hednesford, which does feel strange to be honest. We've also been down to Hednesford to take a ride on the new electric multiple unit, the 1251 to Coventry, which had gone off as far as Walsall, and then hanged around Walsall for a bit, and then took another electric multiple unit back to back to Hednesford.